All right, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and I'm not going to be interacting with the viewers that much. This is an information video, and uh, what you're going to be seeing in this video is just more confirmation of how they are doing some kind of uh, magic spells with these numbers, okay? And for the people who are new to the channel, I have two predictions that on June 11th, there's going to be a spectacular event in Seattle that somehow connects to Elvis being the mark of the beast, either his image, his name, or the number of his name. Yes, Elvis Presley, I'm talking about. And so on June 11th, there's going to be an incredible event, okay? And, you know, uh, Seattle's in King County, and that whole area of King County could, you know, be affected. So I would say get out of all of Washington State, you know, around before June 11th. Okay, so anyway, so that's the first prediction. The other prediction is that Trump gets his head wound on August 4th. Okay, because Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. If you don't know my videos, you're not going to understand this video fully, but you can kind of pay attention. You'll understand it in a while. But I've told you guys that Elvis needs the 9, okay? Elvis was born on 1/8. He needs the 9, all right? And like I said, you're not going to fully grasp what I'm talking about unless you've seen my videos recently. And all my videos are under the live stream section, not the pre-recorded section, okay? Under the live. Watch all those videos that I leave up. Now, I told you I'm connected to that 9. I am the 9 that he needs, okay? And my birthday connects to it, and I connect to it. Everything connected to Elvis and Trump connects to me. Now, the first few equations that I'm about to show you is not that you're going to say, well, what does this mean? Just wait. Forget about, just when I tell you how important it is, you'll understand. Now, you know that pi is something to do with the circumference of the circle and the width of who gives a rat's ass. But the point I'm trying to make is that the circle is so important because it's a crown, okay? So what I'm about to show here is not that big of a deal with this part, but I just want to get this out of the way before I show you the connections to my numbers. My predictions. So the square root, okay, of the number. Okay, let me get to what I'm trying to show you here. So we're talking about pi is 3.14, right? This is not the pi number. Pi is 3.14, but the first time the pi number comes up is at the 9.9, okay? So the first time, if you ask Google what is the square root of 9.9, that's the first time it comes up, 3.14, okay? You ask Google, what is the square root of 909? It's 30.14. And then if you ask, this is the first time that I was able to get to 314 before the decimal point. The first time 314 came up before the decimal point was 98596, which means nothing to me, this number. I have no idea what this, what it means, but I went and checked, like 98,596 days lands on the 12/12 from the first of the year, and 12/12 is the 12th prime numbers are 37, so it would be 37, which is the ELEL. For the people who don't know what I'm talking about, you're not going to understand that. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm trying to show you that the 314 even connected to the 9s, okay? The first time you see a 3.14 is with the 9s. That's what I was trying to show here, okay? Now, like I said, I'm just getting some stuff out of the way here before I show you the incredible information, all right? So the square root, now what am I showing here? This is ridiculous. What is this right here that I'm showing? Because, Washington State, where Seattle, it was founded on 11/11/1889. Now look at this. If you wrote, what is the square root of 11/11/1889? Look at that. You get 3333.45, right? And you know how important the 33 is, right? And 33 and 33 is 66. The word twin equals 66. And of course, the 45 is the key, you know, because Trump is the 45th president. And now, if you take out the 18 part and just put 111189, it's 333.45. Okay? So again, it connects to that. And I told you how important. By the way, I'm only showing you the significant numbers here because this is the rest of the equation. So whenever you see me not highlighting the rest of it, I'm just showing you what's the significant numbers, okay? Now, like I said, I'm just getting stuff out of the way, all right? And understand this, okay? The higher the number goes, the higher it sits in a area. Let me show you what I mean. Folks, pay attention. The good stuff is coming, all right? Now, look. So you know June 11th is 611. 611 is the 162nd day of the year, and on leap year it's 163. Now pay attention. So when you see a number like this big, 24721 before the decimal point, what I'm trying to say is if you were to, it's going to sit at that number for a long time when it's that big. So if you were to put 611 with, you know, 50,000 behind it, you know, instead of 162, 163, you put 193, 194, it still would be 247 because it's going to sit for a longer time at that because it has to go through all these numbers before it can click over to something higher. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the higher it goes, it's not as important. Okay? But it's still important, but not as important. All right? So that's why the lower numbers are more important. That's all I was trying to make you understand. Now, let's get going, all right? So you know that next year Elvis turns 89 because Elvis needs the 9. Elvis was born on 1/8. He needs the 9, right? And next year he turns 89. I explained that to you, right? And so let's. I'm going to show you a couple things before I show you the important stuff. I want to get this out of the way first, all right? It's coming, the important stuff, okay? Just bear with me, all right? So Elvis needs the 9, remember, okay? So the square root of 1089 equals exactly 33. So remember, Elvis is born on 108, right? You can do it like that, the date 18 or 108, right? And 1089 is exactly 33. All the zeros are behind it. So the 33 connection, because you know the 33 is the number of ascension, okay? Because Jesus was crucified at the age of 33 and he rose from the dead at 33. That's why the Freemasons use it as their highest degree of Freemasonry. And by the way, the 33rd prime number is 137. So this will come into play in a little while. But just remember that 137 for later. But look, 1089 is 33 exactly, okay? Because I told you Elvis is the CC rider. Okay, CC is the 33. Okay, now I told you Elvis was born on 1/8 and he died on 8/16. Look, 1/8, 8/16 square root is 137. I told you the 33rd prime is 137. 137, 17. Okay, and by the way, Elvis's address, one of his addresses at Graceland was 3717. Anyway, forget about that. But I just wanted you to see that even connects to the 33rd prime, the 137, right? And now 189. I told you Elvis needs the 9, right? Elvis was born on 1/8. He needs the 9. 13.7. You see that? See what I'm saying? 33rd prime is 137. 137, okay? Are you seeing so far what I'm showing? Okay. Now, you put a crown. I told you Elvis needs the 9, right? 1819, because he was born on 1/8. He needs the 19, remember? And because the 19 crown is the same thing. The 19 is the 19 crown. Because he needs the 9. Anyway, 1819 with a crown equals 137, the square root. And folks, like I said, this is not as important as what I'm about to show. Okay, it's coming, the important stuff. I hope you guys aren't lost yet. So and I told you that Trump is the 45 because all the numbers between 1 through 9, if you start from 1 and go to 9, it would be 45. So Elvis is born on 8. He needs the 9 because he needs the 45 because 1 through 9 equals 45. So square root of 18945 is 137. Okay? And Elvis's address, his other address is 3764. So you know, I showed you the other one was 3717. But anyway, so 137 again is the 33rd prime number. Okay? Now here comes the, okay, we're getting to, okay, before I show you this, pay attention. All right, pay attention. The good stuff is starting now, okay? So 10 minutes in is the good stuff coming. Or, 10 minutes and 40 seconds into the video. Now listen, remember, I'm born on September 4th, okay? But I was born on a leap year, so it connects to the 9/5 because September 4th falls on September 5th day on a leap year, right? But anyway, so remember, Elvis turns 89 next year. And I'm connected to 9/4. 9/4 is the 247th day of the year, but pay attention. Remember I told you that Elvis needs the 9. The 9th day of the year, in the first, from the first of the year to the 9th day, 9th day is 2.47%, 9 days. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Everything's about the 247, which connects to me, my birthday, which is the 247th day of the year, 9/4. And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. See, it's all connected, all right? This 24794, because that's my birthday, 9/4, right? So remember that. Now, here comes the good information. Let's go. Let's go, folks. So the square, remember, Elvis turns 89. Look, the square root of 89 equals 9.433. And by the way, first of all, 433 is the 84th prime number, and I told you Trump gets his head one on 84, remember? But look at this, 8900, because the 2 crowns with the 89 is 94.33, okay? And why am I showing you this? Okay, remember, my birthday is 9/4, and the first number to reach my birthday number, which is 9/4, is 89. Because if you wrote 88, it would be 9.3 something. The first time that the square root hits a 9.4 is at the 89 mark. Okay, and Elvis turns 89. All right, 89 equals 9.433, and then of course all these other numbers. And look, the Seattle area code is 206, the last 3 numbers here. But anyways, the 89 connecting to the 9.4, it's the first time the 9.4 shows up, is at the 89 mark. Okay? Now, before I move on, I just want to make sure you guys understood how important that is. Did everybody get how important that piece of the puzzle is? Because, here, let me just keep going, instead of trying to wait for you lukewarm, lazy bums to answer. Anyway, so square root. Oh, by the way, the 89, remember, Elvis turns 89 next year. The 24th prime number is 89. All right? And look, from Elvis's birthday to 6/14 is 8924. Look, 24, 89, 89, 24. Anyway, the square root of 8924, look at that, is 94.4. That's my birthday again. Because I was trying to show you the prime number is 89. 8924 is 94.4. Or Elvis turns 89 in 2024 is 944 point. You see what I'm showing there? Okay? I'm just trying to show you the connections to me and to the 89 and to Elvis. You'll see. Keep watching. Keep watching. You know that the Space Needle equals 8944. Seattle, and Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. When he made the movie, it happened at the World's Fair when it first opened, the Space Needle. Space Needle equals 8944. And what's between 89 and 44 is 45, because 44 plus 45 equals 89. Okay? So, and Trump is the 44th person to become president, but he's the 45th actual president. So he's the 4445, and it equals 89, right? 8944 equals 94.5. And I told you I was born on 9/4, but it landed on the 9/5 day. And I told you all the numbers between 1 through 9 equals 45. 1 through 9 equals 45. So look, 8945 equals 94.5. 8944 equals 94.5. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to show you the connections here, okay? To me and to this puzzle. And speaking of the 4445, because you know Elvis, he was a twin, and twin equals 66. Elvis equals 67, and Jesse, his twin, equals 67. Look, 4445, the square root of 4445 is 66.67. And look, there's even an 8 there, because Elvis backwards equals 68. So you have 67, 66, 67, and if you want to connect the 8 to it, and look at 33. But anyway, I was just showing you that the 4445 connected to the 6, and you have a 666, of course. You know. Now, here's something ridiculous. Remember, the higher the numbers go, that means the higher these numbers would stay. Like if I were to put 614 and then 9,000 here, it would probably still be 2478. Because there's so many numbers it has to go through in order to move and click over, like to the end. The reason I'm showing you that is because look, Trump is born on 6/14, right? And he's the 4445 president. Look what I put: 6/14, 4445 equals 2478. And why is that important? Because my birthday is the 247th day of the year, and on leap year is 248, 247, 248. Okay, and you know. From the first of the year to 6/14, if you don't add the day, it's 44.93%. If you add the day, it's 45.21%. So that's why the 4445 connects to the 6/14, and Trump being the 4445 president connecting to 6/14. Okay, you see what I mean here? And I wrote it differently here, and differently here, and differently here. All right, are you seeing that? That's my birthday, 247. 248, get it? Before I move on, are you guys, is there anyone here who's not understanding what I'm showing here? Because I don't think you guys, like, I'm just saying, you guys aren't going to understand how important it is until you figure out that I am the Truman Show. I am the Marty McFly, Back to the Future. I'm the Neo character from the Matrix. I'm trying to make you understand that. And when you see it, when you're going to know eventually, but right now you don't understand it, but you will, you know. Anyway, is there anyone here who's not understanding this? Hold on. Give me a second to look through people's chats. I just want to see. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's just keep going. So before I, I'll just hold on. Let me get this out of the way first. Now, here's something interesting. Because you know Elvis, he died at the age of 42, right? He died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state, right? Okay, 42 is a huge connection to this, but for some reason the square root of 42 is not that significant, obvious significance, okay? But I'm sure in the future I'll be able to figure out what's the most significant part of it, but right now I couldn't find it yet because I was busy doing so much. But let me just show you the only thing I could find. But the 42 comes into effect later, but not the square root of 42. For some reason, the square root of 42, all I could find was 6.48, and the only reason I highlighted that is, first of all, I was born in the year 64, and 8 months into the year, 8 months, 4 days into the year. But forget about that, because I was born on 9/4, but it's 8 months, 4 days into the year. So the only thing I could see significant about 6.48 is the 64th prime is 311, And from Elvis' birthday to 611 is 155 or 156 days, which is equal to 311. And that's on a leap year I'm talking about. This is a leap year equation. And then from the first of the year to 8-4, which is Trump's head wound day, which is also Obama's birthday, is if you use a calculator from 1-1 to 8-4 is 215 days if you don't add the day, 216 if you add the day, and 217 on leap year. That equals 648. All right, so that's the only connection I could see. And 426, 426 is the 116th day of the year. Okay, that's all I could see for right now. But there is more. There is more. Like the day Elvis took the needle, which was on Bill Gates' first birthday. From Elvis's birthday to that day. Now I can't remember. But anyway, that day has something to do with 42 weeks, 6 days. So the 42-6 comes into play there. 42 and then 6. Okay, so that's all I can show you right now with that. Hold on. Or this connection. Let me just show you this real quick. Maybe this has some connection to it too. That on my January month chart, Elvis being born in the first month, which is January. January is the first month, right? And then if you go to the next time January comes around, would be the 13th, then the 25th, and the 37th. You keep going down. The 54th number down. So remember, the first month to the 54th number down. So that's 154, which is the Antichrist number. That number is 642. So the 54th number down is 642. So there's your 426 connection with the 42nd prime starting with 6.4. Whatever. Yeah, look, like I said, there's more to it, but that's all I could find with that. I'm getting that out of the way. Now I'm going to show you some incredible information, okay? So let's keep going. I just got that first part out of the way, but watch. The 42 comes into play right now. Here it comes. So Elvis, he's born on 1/8/35. If you take out the 19, because he's born on 1/8/1935, right? The square root of 1/835 is 42 point whatever this is. But it's rounded off to 84. You see what I'm saying? But 42, there's your first 42 connection right there. And that's his birthday, right? Square root of 1/835 is 42. Okay. Now, let me show you this first. You know that 666 days is 182.47. And remember, I told you from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. And the 9th day of the year is 2.47, and my birthday is 9/4, which is the 247th day of the year. So I told you everything's connected to me. So from 1/8 to 9/11 is 247 days, and that's from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days, and 182.47 is 666 days. The percentage, you see. All right. Now the square root. All right. Why did I do that? Is because 666 is 182.47. Look, 666, 18247. The square root of that is 8162. So what do you have in these numbers? You have Elvis's death date, which was 8/16. And of course, Elvis was born on 1/8, but 8/16 is death date. And then June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. All right, so that's, and then of course you have, these zeros right here, the crowns, the triple crown. Now, why am I showing you this? I'm just showing you these connections, right? Because it's connected. And remember, I told you Elvis's birthday is on 1/8/35. Look at this, the square root of 18247, which is the 666. The percentage. Remember, 18247 is 135.08. So there's another connection to Elvis's birthday, 18035, 10835 he was born. All right, so that's, I'm just showing you some connections here, okay? Now, I told you that, look, it's going to get better. Just keep watching. This is just the more, you know, crazier stuff, you know. But look, the square root, all right, of, what is that? 666 and 154, because 154 is the Antichrist number, which I was trying to talk about earlier with the 154. Anyway, 666, 154. I put those two together. The square root of those numbers is 816, 182. And why is that important? 816 is Elvis's death date. 182 is the 666 number. Remember, 182.47 was the 666 days. And look, 666 with 150, which is 15, is the letter O. O is the 15th letter, the crown number, okay, is 816, and then you have 18. That's Elvis's death date and his birthday, 1/8 and 816, right there. In that, you see that? What I'm showing there. All right, and look, you even have Trump's birthday over here, 6/14. All right, like I said, I'm getting the ugly stuff out of the way first. The good stuff is coming. Look at this, the square root of 666 with a crown, 6,660, is 81.6. There's Elvis's death date, 816. See? All right. Now, before I move on to the next one, which I told you, it gets better. This is just the, you know, the not so important stuff. All right. Now, hold on. Yes, that's right. Melania's birthday is 4/26. That's right. Trump's, because the 4/26 is the 116th day of the year. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's. I'm just trying to regroup here for you guys. Listen, folks. The last bit of video, I mean, the rest of this is mind-blowing info. But that was just okay info. You know, nothing spectacular there, you know. But it's come, because I told you the lower the numbers are, the harder for it to be that kind of a coincidence, which is what I showed you earlier with the 89th prime number. I mean, because Elvis turns 89 next year, right? And my birthday is 9/4. The square root of 89 is 9.4. That's the first time 9.4. A 9/4 connection comes up. That's the first time, and that's my birthday, and that's Elvis's birthday next year, 89. He turns. That's why I said there's the lower the numbers, the more crazy the coincidence. Now, okay, let's keep going. Okay, before I show you this equation, pay attention here. El means God in Hebrew. And the VIS, VI is Roman numeral 6, and then S means more than one. So that means it's sixes. So Elvis is the 666 God, because L equals God. And EL looks like the numbers 3 and 7, or 7 and 3, right? Now, the word EL equals 17 forward and 37 backwards. Look at this. The 12th prime is 37, the 7th prime is 17. Why am I showing this? You'll see in a moment. Just pay attention. Earlier I showed you something that had to do with 1737 with the square roots. But so 1, 2, and 7, remember these numbers, okay? And remember, on 9/11, building number 1 fell, building number 2, and building 7, okay? And the prime numbers for 9, 11, 20, and 01, which is the year, is 127, the total. 9, 11, 20, and 1 is 127, okay? So that's why everything I'm showing you is important, okay? So this is prime numbers, not square root yet. I just wanted you to know the 127, how important it is, because it connects to the EL also, because EL is 1737, okay? Now, okay? So So that's why I was showing you that. Now, why am I showing you that? Because look, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. 12.7. There it is, 127. You see what I'm saying? And look, it even ends with Trump's birthday. Would you look at that? The number. That's the 127. And look, Trump's birthday, 165th day of the year. And I told you the 12th prime number is 37, which is the EL. 37 looks like EL. EL 845. He's going to get his head wound on 845. Do you see it? Okay? Do you understand what I'm showing you? The 12 is the 12th prime number is 37, which is the EL. Then you have the 8, 4, and 5. I told you he's going to get his head wound on 8-4, but 8-4 falls on 8-5 this year, the leap year, and it's the 45 president connection. Are you understanding it? And look, on the leap year, it's the 166th day of the year, and look at those numbers. 8-8-4, and I told you he gets his head wound on 8-4, and he comes back 4 days later probably on 8-8, but it's got the 88, the 80, I'm just, whatever. You understand what I'm showing here? Come on. What is going on here, all right? I'm just saying, what is the chance of that? Because, you know, Trump's birthday is the 165, 166th day of the year. That's why I'm saying that. I don't know if I mentioned that. Trump's birthday is the 165, 166th day of the year. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, okay? And that's why I was showing the first one, you know, the 127 connection. All right. Anyway, oh, I had it all written here. I'm stupid. I was supposed to show this. I wasn't supposed to show it to you from there. I was supposed to show it to you from here. You know, this is Trump's birth. I mean, no, this ain't Trump's birthday. What am I doing? This one's the Trump's birthday one. Anyway, yeah. So that was the bigger version of it. But anyway, so now, so hold on. Let me just quickly take a water break. I'm about to show you some. Keep watching. The good stuff's coming. All right. So remember, Trump is the 45th president, and let me pay attention. On August 16th, because that's Elvis' death date, but on August 16th, 2022, which was the 45th year death anniversary, the 45 years he was dead, Elvis. On August 16, 2022, he turned 45 years dead, okay? On that day was the day the fuse was lit, okay? Because on that day, from that day, August 16, 2022, to June 11, 2024, when Seattle gets struck, is 666 days, okay? The fuse was lit on August 16, 2022, and then on June 11, 2024, all hell's gonna break loose, okay? So get the hell out of all of Washington State if you can, all right? But mainly the ground zero is gonna be that whole King County area where Seattle is in King County. But listen, so remember, Elvis turned 45 years dead, and Trump was the 45th president, right? So everything's about the 45. All right, look at this. First of all, look at this. Remember, Elvis equals 67, right? And I told you backwards, Elvis equals 68. But look, Elvis equals 67. Jesse, the twin that died at birth, his identical twin, equals 67, spelled like this. Now, the square root of 45, and this is the first time you see the 6.7. 45 is 6.7. See that? The square root of 45 is 6.7. Now you understand? There's another connection to the 45 and Elvis. All right? Are you seeing that? All right? And to the 45, obviously, connection. And, I mean, here's something interesting. Not that this is a big deal, but pay attention. Elvis equals 67, right? And if you put a crown on him, which is the letter O, so it'd be 67082. Get it? 67082. 67082. Look, the square root of 4500, 45, not 45. Yeah. 4,500 is 67.082. Look at that. 45 with 2 crowns. 67.082. 67082. Get it? Are you getting that? The O is a crown. 15th letter of the alphabet. This one is not that big of a deal. You know, I'm always been talking about the U2. U twice, get it? U2. U is 21, U is 21 equals 42. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state, right? And there's other connections to that too, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. But look, the square root of 450 is 21.21. Look at that. Square root of 450, 45 with a crown. All right. And listen, I don't want to get into why the 20, because you know the 2121 even connects to JFK, because he was killed on 11/22. Get it? 11/11. By the way, this connects to the Atak code too, but I'm not going to get into that. People are like, "What the hell are you talking about? What the hell is the Atak code?" And you know, my birthday's on 9/4, but it landed on 9/5. I thought maybe this might be a connection. This is stretching it, but 9/11 and 6/11 is the square root of that is 954. I thought that might be interesting. Or saying 95/47, because the 15th prime number is 47. So that's kind of like 95/0 kind of, you know. But anyway, I thought this was stretching it. So forget about that. You know, Trump was elected in 2016, and he became president in 2017. Look at that. 44.89 is 2016 square root. Square root of 2017 is 44.911. So that's, you know, interesting there. I don't know if you guys think that's interesting, but I thought maybe that might be something there. Because, you know, that's August 4th, right? The 2/16/217 day. And that's when Trump was elected and became president. And I told you he's going to get his head wound on August 4th, the 2/16/217 day. Get it? Anyway, now let's get back to Elvis. Because Elvis was born on 1/8. And he had an identical twin that was born on 1/8. So there's two of them. 1/8, 1/8. And it just so happens the square root of 1/8, 1/8 is 42. Look at that. Again, I asked you, what are the chances of all this? The square root of 1/8, 1/8, because that's when the twins were born, is 42 point, you know, whatever. Oh, 42.6. There's that 6 again. 426. I'm so stupid. I forgot to highlight the 6. 426. Remember? I was telling you about that. Because the square root of 42 was 6.4 or whatever. And this, I think, oh, whatever. Who cares? But you understand where I'm going. All right? With that. And, you know, Washington State is 134 years it's going to turn 134 years old. So I thought maybe this might have a connection to that. The square root of 1/8, 1/8 with a crown is 134 something. And Elvis needs the 9, so it's 1/8, 1/9 with a crown is 134. Because I told you Elvis, you know, I mean, Washington State turns 134 years old. On 11/11 this year, all the way until next year. And my predictions are in between. You know, when Washington turns 134, I mean, you know, is 134 years old. All right. So, like I said, I still have some really incredible information. Don't count me out yet here. All right. I know you guys are tuning out because it's too much information. But what you got to only tune into is when I say that is incredible. That's when you know. All right? Just like I just told you when I said that the first time my birthday number showed up was on the 89th square root. The square root of 89 is 9.4. That's the first time. Yes, exactly. I forgot to, yes, good one. The 134 connects to the twins. 60, because Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67. 67 plus 67 equals 134, which I mentioned before. But you know, I'm glad you remember. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, not being lukewarm. All right. You're on the ball. Get on the get on the ball. Not the earth. The earth is not a ball. Okay. The earth is is not a spinning ball hurling through an endless space. Anyway, so now, again, what I'm about to show here is a little bit of a stretch, okay? But like I said, the good stuff is coming. Just pay attention. I have to kind of like go ups and downs, okay? So after this one, it's going to be all good after that because there's only this much left, all right? So there's not that much left. But these three right here is not that important. But let's. So remember, I just showed you the 1818. The backwards of 1818 is 8181, right? And look, it connects to my birthday, 90.4, or 818190 is 9004.5. Whatever. This is why I said this is not that important. All right. So let me just dump that one. I thought that was weird, but anyway, look. I told you Elvis and Jesse, they both equal 67, and Elvis's name equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. If you put a crown on each one of those numbers, 67 with a crown, and do it twice, you get 81894. That's the 818 connection with the 94, my birthday, or 95 on leap year. But and I live in the 818 area code, because Elvis and Jesse were born on 1818, right? Now here's something interesting. Pay attention. Pay attention. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67, right? The square root of 67 equals 82.2617. All right? Pay attention. Remember, Elvis with a crown equals 82. Seattle equals 82. So you have the 82. Now, what is this 2617? Look, God equals 2617. All right? So there's a connection right there with that. All right? You understand? So that's, again, not the greatest information, but it's something. Okay? Here comes the good stuff. All right? It's coming. You guys ready for the good stuff? Hold on. So we got to remember that. So the time in the video started around 10 minutes when I started, between 10 and 11 minutes. And then the good stuff starts now at the 42 minute. Oh, look at this, the 42 minute mark. And I'm about to show you the 42 connections too. See? 42. But anyway, look. So right now, let's do it. Okay, this is the good stuff, folks. Here it comes. All right. Elvis was born on 1/8, right? Elvis was born on 1/8, and he died at the age of 42. The square root of 18 is 4.242. Okay? So it's 4242, basically. You see that? All right, so the square root of 18, right? And 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, Just like August 4th is the 216th day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6, equals 216. But anyway, the square root of 18 is 4.242. So it's 4242, basically. And why am I showing that? Because remember this connection? From Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day Bill Clinton, who was the 42nd president, from Elvis's exact birthday to the exact birthday of Bill Clinton, the 42nd president, is 4,242 days. You see that? You see that? And the 42nd prime number is 181. And look at this. If you minus 819 from 1,000, it's 181. And why am I showing that? Because look, he's born on 819, Bill Clinton. So you take 819 from 1,000, you get 181. The 42nd prime number is 181. So not only is he connected to the prime number, he's also connected to the 4242, being the 42nd president from Elvis's birthday, who died at the age of 42, and Washington is the 42nd state. And 42 plus 42 is 84, and Trump gets his head one on 84. You understand? All right? You getting it? Do you understand how impossible that is, what I just showed you? Because considering Elvis died at the age of 42, Washington being the 42nd state. All right. Anyway, what is this? I don't know if this is it. Oh, speaking of the 819, remember Bill Clinton was born on 819. You know, Elvis, he equals 67, right? And notice that Elvis equals 89 because next year he turns 89, right? And I told you the fuse was lit in 22. And in between 22 and 67 is 45. Look up here. Elvis equals 67, right? And to get to 89, you need 22, right? And I told you in 2022, the fuse was lit. And how old was Elvis that year? How many years dead was he? 45. And that's what's in between 67 and 22. 45. You see what I'm saying? To get to the 89. That's when it was lit, the fuse. At the 45 and the 22 mark. Okay? And look, square root of 6722 is 81.9. Which is the Bill Clinton connection, the 4242, what I just showed. All right, and I don't know, what is this? I don't know why I threw this. This accidentally got in here. I don't know what this is. 1776 is, because look, 1776, the reason that's important is because it's 247 years old right now. The America, and I told you I was born on the 247th day of the year, so that's why it's so important that it has the 42 connection, you know. That's why I was showing that, but I don't know how that got in there, but okay. Okay, here it comes. The good stuff is here. Let's go. So, you know that everything's about the 11, because 9/11, 6/11, do you get what I'm saying? And why is 11 so important? Because 11, the 11th prime number equals 31. You add the 11 to the 31, you get 42. So the 11th prime number is 31. Then when you add the 11 to the 31, you get 42. All right? Now, the square root of 11 is 3.31. And look, it's got a 66, twin equals 66, and there's my birthday, 247. Look at that. And why am I showing that? Because, look at this. Because, where am I? Because you see 67, I told you Elvis equals 67 and 68 backwards. 67th prime number is 331. Look. 11, the square root of 11 is 3.31. Look at that. See what I mean? Yes, it's connected to the 7337. That's right. If you were to type in the words 73 and 37, like type it in, it would equal 331. Yes, I just showed that recently. That's right. You see, because the word perfect is 7337. But anyway, so what I just showed you is mind-blowing in itself, folks, okay? And watch, just keep watching. So remember what I just showed here. The square root of 11 is 3.31, and 11's connected, the 11th prime is connected to 42, because 11 plus 31 equals 42. So 331 is the 67th prime number, right? Okay, pay attention, just keep looking. Square root of 67, look at that, 818. See? There was two twins born on 1/8, right? And I told you that I'm in the 818 area code. Look at that. 67 is 818. See that? Elvis equals 67, right? And I told you if you spell the word 67 out, it actually equals 162, which is June 11th, the 162nd day of the year. Anyway, 67 Elvis equals 67 equals 818. 68 Elvis equals 68 backwards is 8.24. Look, if you add those up, it's 1642, which I told you has to do with the pee-pee. If you don't know it, see, if you're new to the channel, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? If you're new to the channel. And you know I told you Elvis needs the 9, right? Look at this. The square root, remember 67 prime is 331, and I was showing you that the 331 with this, right? You know, connecting all that. But the 331 is the 11, you know, with the square root of 11. Look, remember Elvis equals 67 is 68. The 67th prime is 331. Look, the square root of 331 is 1819. Look at that. See that? And, or 181 is the 42nd prime number. 181. And look at, those are like that's basically my whole birthday right there. 9, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Because see, let me tell you how I'm connected to 9-3 also. Because all the numbers between 1 and 42, if you add up all the numbers between 1 and 42, it equals 903. So how am I connected to the 9-3? Because 9-3 would be the 246th day of the year. But my birthday, if you use the calculator, if you don't add the day, but you know, you're going up to 9-4, but you don't add the day, it would be 246. But if you add the day, it's 247, and on leap year, it's 248. So basically, my birthday is 246, 247, 248. That's why it connects to the 9-3. So when you see this, 1-8-1, and then you see the 9-3-4, and then 5, you see? That's basically everything to do with my birthday, because Elvis needs the 9, 181. Anyway, the 331. And the 337, because the 68th prime is 337, because Elvis equals 68 backwards, 67 forwards. Look, that's Elvis's birthday, 1-8-35. Elvis was born on 1-8-35. Look, see? You see, let me ask you something. Did anyone find that interesting? Is there anyone here? Does anyone find that interesting? Or am I just, you know, just throwing up nonsense right now? Did anyone find that interesting? I have something even better than that, but did anyone find that interesting? Wait till you see this one. Here's the best part right here. So remember, this equation that I'm going to show you is the first time that you see this number come up like this, all right? Like this. This is the first time. And it is at this number right here. Watch this. And remember, you know what my birthday, right, is? It's 9-4, and it's the 247th day on a regular year, 248 on a leap year, right? Look. Now you're going to see why 611 is so important. Look at this. Look at that, folks. The square root of 611 is 24.7. 247 right there. You see? Look at that. Now you understand? You see? That's the first time you see the 247 come up at 611. There it is. See? Okay, now you understand? And by the way, it ends, guess where it ends? The 247. It ends at 615, which is Trump on a leap year, because 614 lands on the 615 day. So in between 611 and 615 is the 24.7. You understand? Are you getting what I'm showing? Because that's the first time you see the 247, 24/7, get it? 24/7. Why? It's the same numbers. Why do you want me to show it? It's the same numbers right here. Why do you want to see that first one? Someone's asking me to put this card up. I don't know why. It's the same numbers. So, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it ends at 615. which is Trump's birthday on a leap year, because Trump's birthday is 6/14, lands on the 6/15 day on a leap year. So 6/11 to 6/15 is where it ends. You see that? And then after that is 24.8. After that, 6/16 is 24.8. You know. Okay. And remember, I told you that they got to get rid of 12, the 12 and the 13. And if you get rid of the 12 and 13, or whatever, I don't know what the hell they're getting rid of, but they're getting rid of something. And you'll see in my future video what I'm talking about. Because the 6/14 has to connect to the 6/11. So if they get rid of these two, then you would have 7/7/7. Look at that. If you get rid of those two sevens. Anyway, forget about that. It's the 24/7 that's important. All right. It's off the charts important. All right. Hold on. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're saying that there's the numbers, you know, of Elvis's death date and everything behind it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. 1/8, 8/16, 6/14, 6/11. You know, listen, unless it's in order, it's not so good. You know, but look, before I show you the next equation, pay attention. You know, the Gregorian calendar is what we're on. So on the Gregorian calendar, which we used to be on the Julian calendar, and I have a whole video coming up on that, which is going to blow your mind. Look, so we're on the Gregorian. The Gregorian calendar, 6/24, would be 6/11. And 6/11 would be 5/29 on the, like on our calendar, 6/11 would be 5/29, which is JFK's birthday, you know, but forget about that. But Gregorian, so 6/24 is 6/11. That's basically what I'm showing. And you know that next year is 6/11. I mean, when it is 6/11/24, get it? The date. So it's perfect, you know. And the reason I'm showing that is because, look, so remember, my birthday is 9/4, right? But it lands on the 9/5 day because of the leap year. So the 248 connects to the 9/5 because 9/5's regular day is 248 and a leap year is 249. So look, the square root, because I told you it's all about 6/11. I mean 6/24 on the Julian calendar would be 6/11. I mean, our calendar, the Gregorian calendar, 6/24 would be 6/11. Okay, so 6/24 connects to the 6/11. And next year is 6/11/24. Get it? The date. But look, 6/11 is 24.7, which is the first time you see 247. And the last time you see 249 is at 6/24. Look at that. So 9/4, 9/5, it ends at 249. Do you see what I'm saying? It ends at the 6/24, which is 6/24 is 6/11. Are you getting what I'm showing here? All right. I know it's difficult to understand, but what I'm saying, it connects to the 9495, and that's the last time you see the 249, and the first time you see 247. So basically, it's my birthday right there, 6/24, 6/11. All right. Did you get that? Did you get that part? Did anyone not get that part? Before I show you the, I only got like 5, 6 cards left, and this is mind-blowing information too. So get ready. Okay, here, let's go. Since nobody, I think people understand it so far. Okay, so you know that, let me get these two out of, no, I have to show that now, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm showing you. You know what? I don't know if this is mind-blowing or not, but let's see. Let's see what we get here. Oh, the sound behind me is the AC, the air conditioner. The Antichrist. The Antichrist is you're hearing it. The AC, the air conditioner. The prince of the power of the air conditioner. That's right. I'm in California. It's 100 degrees, man. That's why I have to have the air on. I'm suffering already. And by the way, it's a portable air conditioner. It doesn't do anything. I'm still suffering because I have to have the window open for the air to suck out. You know, for the portable air AC. Anyway, so let's keep going. So you know that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died. And Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown June 11th. And horse racing is the sport of kings. Elvis is known as the king. Seattle's in King County. All right? So Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died. And he won it on June 11th. The day I'm telling you that Seattle's going to be slewed. Slew means to violently kill. All right? And that happened on June 11th, the same year Elvis died. Okay? Now, let's look at this. Remember, my birthday is the 247th day of the year, right? Look at this. If you ask what the square root of 6/11/77 is, because that's the year and date, 6/11/77 when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, look at that. It's 247.33. Look at that, will you? Not only do you have the 33 connection, but you have the 247, my birthday. Look at that. Square root of 6/11/77 is 247.33. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. Ridiculous. And that's without the 19. 6/11/1970, this is without the 19. Now I'm going to show you the 19 equation. Let's see if this one is not as good. Oh, yes it is. What am I talking about? Look, 6/11/1977 is 247.224. 2024, get it? Are you watching that? Look at that. 6/11/1977 is 247, and America is 247 years old, and it's still going to be 247 into next year, okay? Until November of next year. Look, the square. And by the way, since I'm here, let me make sure you guys believe me. All right, I'm going to put it in. What is the square root of 6111977?
The square root of 61,111,000.
They said 61 million, you idiots. Let me type it in since this dummy doesn't understand. Let me type it in. Hold on. 6111977. There it is. I'm trying to make it big enough for you guys to see it. Let me see if I turn it sideways. Will you guys be able to see it any better? Yeah, you'll be able to see it better here. There it is, look. So the square root of 6/1977, 6/11/1977 is 247 and then 2.24. You see that? That's what I wanted you to see right there, 247 and 2.24, okay? That way you could just see that I'm not making stuff up, you know what I mean? Anyway, now, you know that my birthday is the 247-248 day because of the leap year, right? So, and it's, my predictions are gonna happen in between the 247 and the 248. You understand? Because America turns 247. I mean, it's already 247 now, but it's not going to be 248 until 11/11 of next year. 11/11 this year. What the hell am I talking about? America. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Washington State. I'm getting confused between the birthdays of Washington State. America turned 247 years old on July 4th this year, And when my prediction happens, it's still going to be 247, but it turns 248 right after my prediction happens. Okay, so it's in between 224 and 225. You understand? And I told you America is still going to be 247 years old. Okay, so look. Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11/1977. Remember, I showed you all that. So this, and next year's when it's going to happen, the next one, 6/11/2024. The square root is 247. That's my birthday. Plus America is 247 years old. Then 2.25. See? So you have 224, 247, 2.25. So between 2024 and 2025. 247. You see what I mean? All right. Are you getting that? Because remember, this was the 6/11/1977, the date Seattle Slew on the Triple Crown. It had the 247, 2.24. You see? This was 6/11/2024 equation equal 247, 2.25. You know? You see what I'm saying? Are you understanding how ridiculous that is? Okay? And before I show you let me see. You know that Prince Phillip is somebody really important to this puzzle, but he's like the background guy. So you don't understand, folks. There's many antichrists in the end days. All right, many antichrists, but there's only one that's the chosen one, and that is Elvis. Okay, Elvis is the chosen one, but Trump is the image of the beast. He's the one that's in the flesh. Okay. So you have the flesh Antichrist, but the real Antichrist is Elvis. He's the one that they're going to be worshiping in the end. Okay? Either his image, his name, or the number of his name. That's it. Okay? And it has something to do with the Seattle event on June 11th. All right? Remember, I have two predictions. June 11th, Seattle event, and then August 4th, Trump gets his head wound in Ohio. All right? Now, you know, Prince Phillip is the PP, get it? I told you how the PP connects to this puzzle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, forget it right now. You're never going to understand it. But that PP was born on 6/10/1921. He's born one day before 6/11. 6/10/1921. And he died on 4/9/1921. 4/9 is the backwards of my birthday, 9/4. And you know, on the clock, the 21st hour is the 9 on military time. So basically he has my whole birthday, 4/9/21, because the 9th hour is 21, get it? 21/4 is 9/4. So basically this dude died right on my, whatever. It's the backwards. Back there in the UK, they say the date backward. 4/9 is actually 9/4, they say it. All right? Anyway, so his birthday, the day he was born, look at that. The square root of the day he's born, the square root of 6101921 is 247 with a crown. Look at that. 247 with a crown. And look, there's a Seattle area code, 206. And look, you have 67. What is that? What number is that? Oh, that's 1152. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What's important is this. The 247 with a crown and 206 is the Seattle area code. And his birthday is one day before 6/11. You know. Now, remember I was showing you the connections with Seattle Slew, right? And next year's 6/11 event, 6/11/19. I showed all that, how it connected to my birthday and all that just now. Now, let's look at Trump, the day he's born. Let's look at the numbers for him. Look at this. The day he's born is 6/14/1946 or 6/14/46. If you take out the 19, look at this. It's 247.88. If you took out the 19 for 6/14/46, that's my birthday, 247. And look, if you put 6/14/1946 when he was born, is 247 or 248. Get it? Because that's my birthday. It's on leap year. 247, 248. You see? See how perfect this puzzle is? How I connected Trump, I told you? You know. But remember, when you're going into the high numbers, folks, it's, you know, a lot of numbers will stay in there. What I'm trying to show is how it's connected to the 247. See, why couldn't it have happened in 1400s or the 1300s or the 1200s, these events? This way, the birthdays wouldn't be in the 247. That's what I'm trying to show here. Because what I'm trying to say is that a lot of birth dates would end up being in the 247, you know. Because the higher the numbers go, the higher it stays in that focused area, the number. So it's not that important, that part. What's important is the fact that it's 247, okay? It's not so much that it lands on his birthday. What's important is the 247 connection, okay? Because America is 247 years, which is going to be 248 next year. But my prediction happens on June 11th. The birthday doesn't come until 7/4, the America's birthday. So it doesn't turn 248 until after my prediction. Anyway, so that's the end of that. Now, look at this. So next year, I told you, remember I showed you the numbers for 6/11/2024? And 6/11/2025 is also the same thing. See? 6/11/2024 is 247 and then 225. 6/11/2025 is 247, 2.25. Same thing. Because I told you the higher the numbers go, it stays that same number for a long time. Okay? So what's important is the fact that it's the 247. My birthday, okay? That's what's important. All right? Get that through your head. And the fact that America is 247, 248 years old. Get it? 247, 248. Now, pay attention. All right? Elvis, he was born in the year 1935, okay? Now pay attention. This is important. He didn't turn 1 year old until 1936, technically. Not technically, but you understand what I'm saying? So when you're a baby, you're not even 1 year old yet, so you don't turn one until 1936. So in 1936, he turned 1 year old, and in 1936, okay, remember Elvis was born 35, and that was the last number. Elvis, listen, pay attention. The last number of the 43 square root of 1935 was 43, and the last time the 43 was got caught up with the 43 at the decimal point, that was the last time, because 1936 became 44.0000 exactly. So 1935 was the last one at the 43, and the 43rd president was George Bush, who was the 9/11 president. Get it? All right, now pay attention. So that was the last one. So when he turned 1 year old, it was at the 44 mark. And it doesn't end. Where does it end, the 44? It ends in 2024. So remember, the 43 ended with Elvis's birth. 2024's end is 44, and guess where the 45 starts? 2025. And Trump was the 45th president. So 2025 is the first 45. You see that? 2025 is the first time 45 is with the decimal point. 4-5 with the decimal. And it's all zeros. You see? Did you get that? What I just showed? Because it's you got to understand, it's all about the 44-45. Okay? Because Trump is the 44th person, 45th president. 44th person, 45th president. He was elected in 2016, elected in 2016, president in 2017. Obama was president in 2016, Trump won because Obama was born on 8/4, which is the 216th day of the year, and on leap year is 217. He was elected in 2016, president in 2017. What I'm saying is, it's the mixture of days. 44, 45, 247, 248. You understand what I'm trying to explain here? All right? That's why Martin Luther King was killed on 4/4, but it was a leap year which landed on the 4/5. 44, 45. And MLK King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where the King Elvis was living. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? And Martin Luther King is now named after King County in Seattle. All right? What do you think is going to happen to that King County? Exactly what they supposedly did to MLK in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay? Where Elvis lived and died. Memphis, Tennessee. The King. And Martin Luther King ritual was for Elvis. Get it? And Elvis that same year, the year Elvis turned 33 that year, when MLK was killed, what was I going to say? That year, he did that comeback special. Comeback. Because he's going to come back, right? He's going to come back. Where is he going to come back? Connecting to, obviously the King County. Martin Luther King is now named after that King County in Seattle. Okay? Where Seattle's in King County. All right, man. Does anyone have eyes to see, folks? Does anybody have ears to hear? This is the this is the end of the road. I'm trying to make you guys understand of biblical prophecy here. If you can't see that, I don't know what the hell. This is telling you the beast out of the sea in Revelation. I'm trying to show you this. All right, it's so crazy. Like you can't. Like I said, you could never make this up in your lifetime. All right, it's impossible. Yes, exactly. Call all agencies. Tell them, but they're not going to listen. They're going to think you're a lunatic. They're going to put you in a loony bin. If you tell people this stuff. That's why I said, because you have to have spiritual eyes. You have to have spiritual ears. There's no way anyone can understand this without having the... And by the way, folks, what I just showed is not even close to what I'm about to show in the near future. Okay? I don't know when I'm going to get to it because it's so difficult. Wait till you see the Julian calendar connections. Wait till you see the MLK. The MLK one is the one off the charts. Okay? Wait till you see that one. Okay? Because that one is the real, culprit of this charade. That one is the one that's going to confirm every single thing for you. Anyway. All right, folks. That's it. I'm done. Just remember that the two things that you remember from this, that the first time, the square root of 89, the first time you see 9/4, which is my birthday, was at the 89 mark. Square root of 89 was 9.4, and a bunch of numbers after, but 9.4. That's my birthday. And Elvis turns 89 next year. Okay? That's what's important. Now, and then the other one, that's 611. The square root of 611 is 24.7, which is, again, my birthday, the 247th day of the year. But look, but the main thing that's important is that you understand. Let me get this real quick. I need to show this to you one more time. All right. I'm almost done, folks. Look. So Elvis, he was born. Hold on. Let me just show this real quick. This is the last thing I'm going to show. Hold on. So remember, from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days, and that's my birthday. My birthday is the 247th day of the year, which is 9/4. But from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. And the reason that's important is because it's 666 days equals 182.47. That's how much 666 days in percentage. 182.47. That's exactly his birthday. See, 18247 to 9/11. Get it? 18247 to 9/11. 1824. So that's the 666 connection. Okay? That's how that's connected. Now, there's so much more. I was just trying to explain to you what the 247 was, why it's important, because it's that's my birthday. Right now, look, what was I talking about earlier? There was anyway, look. Just let me just show this last two cards. Look how perfect this puzzle is. So from the first of the year to Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, from the first of the year to 1/8 is 8 days, right? He was born on the 8th day, and 8 days is 2.19%. 8 days. 8 days is 2.19%. The word Seattle equals 82 and reduced is 19. So 8219 is Seattle. And look, 8219. You see? 8219. Seattle is 8219. Okay? And remember, there was an identical twin that day. Okay? All right? That was born. Now, just to prove to you that it's not a coincidence, that from Elvis's death date, which is 8/16, from Elvis's death date, which is 8/16, to the next time that 6/11 comes around, from 8/16 to the next time 6/11 comes around, look, Elvis died on 8/16. From 8/16 to 6/11 is 300 days, and what is the percentage? 82.19. And that's Seattle, see? And that's his birthday, 82.19, right? 8 days, 2.19. Seattle, 8219. From Elvis's death date to 6/11 is 82.19%. See what I'm saying? Okay, are you getting it? These are impossible coincidences, okay? Impossible, all right? And like I said, I could show you so much more, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Here, let me just show it anyway. Remember I told you that on August 16, 2022, when Elvis turned 45 years dead, because the 45 is the trigger point. When Elvis turned 45 years dead on August 16, 2022, from that day, the fuse was lit to June 11, 2024 next year is 666 days, right? That's the key here. Pay attention. You know, Washington, that's where Seattle is, in Washington. George Washington's death date, because we're talking from death to destruction, from Washington's death to the day 6/11, not to 6/11/2024, but to the connection, which I was just talking about, to the day that Elvis turned 45 years dead on 8/16/2022. From Washington's death date, I told you, look at the George Washington's death date is 12/14/1799. From 12/14/1799 to the day Elvis turned 45 years dead on 8/16/2022. Look at the percentage. This is how many days and stuff it is, but look at the percentage. 222, which is, you know, the year, right? 2022, get it? 222 years. 82.19. See? And remember, from Elvis's death date, you go forward to the next time is 8219, right? And then the next time 6/11 comes around would be the 666 day, okay? Because it's a leap year, so it's added one day, so it's 366 days. It would be, if you add 300 plus 366 is 666. So what I'm saying is that it's 8/16 to 6/11 is the 8219, and then if you go to the next year after that to 6/11, it would be 666 days, all right? because it's because of the leap year thing. All right. Anyway, so that's basically it, folks. If you can, I can't, keep going. Anyway, God bless all of you, and I have tons of information. I'm just showing you, just a little added bonus there, Someone's asking me about Ukraine. Bro, what can I tell you about Ukraine? Obviously, it's just a distraction, this whatever the hell's going on over there. I told you what this whole purpose is. Everything you're seeing is either to start a war, all right, obviously, and, they have to cause division, and they have to cause a reason for whatever's going to happen in Seattle. That's the main thing about the Ukraine thing. And also is to make Biden look like a complete, because he is one, you know what I mean, a complete, but because they have to make people love and want Trump back. Trump has to be seen as the savior because Trump is the image of the beast, which is Elvis. Trump is the modern day Elvis, and it's the Janus God, the two-faced God. The past Elvis, the present Elvis. Elvis is Batman, Trump is Bruce Wayne. You understand what I'm saying? He's the alter ego. And that's why you have the Batman building in Tennessee, where Elvis died, That Batman building. Go look it up. All right? Anyway, all right, folks. Yeah, I've talked about that Bruno Mars thing. Yeah, I've talked about that in the past. Anyway, God bless all of you. I'm just reading the people's chat, folks. All right, any last words, folks? Like I said, I have some mind-blowing info coming up in the future, but there's only so much I can do, folks. This information is so hard to put together and make it cohesive. I mean, it'll drive you crazy. I told you. It's like that movie Beautiful Mind, And someone mentioned it. Now I know it was someone named Susan mentioned it about the Beautiful Mind, that in that movie that they mentioned something to do with me, and also the 8-4. Oh, they mentioned 8494. Because my birthday's 9/4, but it's 8 months, 4 days into the year, right? And 8/4 is, Obama's birthday and the day Trump gets his head wound on 8/4, right? But my birthday's 9/4, but it's 8 months, 4 days into the year. In that movie, Beautiful Mind, the first calculation he did, something to do with 8494. Is that what you're saying? Is that what he said in the movie? The 9/4 needs 8/4 first? I don't know. I'm not sure. All I know is that that's what she was saying, that it was connected to me, because he mentions the 8494, right? And you know what the 8494 is, right? What I just showed earlier with the Space Needle equaling this, remember? You see? 8494. You see what I'm saying? And what's in between 84 and 89 and 44 is the 45, right? How do you get to 44 plus 45 is 89? You see what I'm saying? Elvis turns 89. 44 plus 45 is 89. It's all about the 44, 45. And it's not like I didn't know this, folks. I knew this information. But how the hell was I supposed to know that was the target? Why couldn't it have been the 42? Why couldn't it have been the 45 when he turned 45 years dead? Or there was no way I could have known this. That's why it's called calculating. In the Bible it says, let him who hath understanding calculate the number of the beast. Okay? That's what I'm doing. All right? Why do you think it's such a big deal? Because it says here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding calculate the number of the beast. Why is that such wisdom? How hard is it to count 666? That's not hard. Obviously, there was incredible calculations involved. And that's what I'm showing you here. I'm proving to you 1,000,000% that these events are going to happen. Okay? It's without a shadow of a doubt. The question was, what was their target number? That's it. The 4445, which is 89. That's it. Elvis turns 89. All right, that's it. That's the end of the road. Okay. This thing happens between 2024 and 2025. All right. That's it. There's nothing else I can tell you. So just look forward. 6/11 is the Seattle event. August 4th, the Trump head wound in Ohio. All right, folks. End the video. Jesus is God. Oh, I'm going to leave the video up, so make sure you watch from the beginning, whoever got in late. All right? And look at this. There's only 20 people in the chat. Man, yikes. Told you. Imagine how, like I told you, imagine this, how many few people are going to make it into heaven, folks. You see what I'm saying? Because I told you, not many people have the spiritual eyes and ears to understand. They're not going to be ready for what's coming. That people are completely brainwashed and completely out of it, All right. End of video, folks. Yeah, I appreciate everyone. God bless everyone. And yes, hit the like button. Absolutely. And make a comment under the video. All right? Make a comment. Not in the live stream. Make a comment under the video when I leave it up. Okay? All right, folks. Jesus is God in the video. Thank you all. All right?